This is video of some cultivating work from back in July of 2025. It's just a small 10-acre piece of land that was put into oat pea with hay undersown. I worked it once in the fall. There was a lot of foxtail. It would have been nice to have worked it a couple more times in the fall. I spread a bunch of manure onto it. It would have been very nice to get out here in May, but we were very wet. As you can see, the hay is grown quite a bit. It did really well. I'm not too sure about how this piece is going to turn out for hay. I might have to work it up again and plant it again here, but fingers crossed. I hope it comes along. Get down here into the bottom part of the field where it's a little bit more wet still and clumpy. Just goes to show you how much rain we had, and it's 2 weeks into July here and it's still this wet down here, so that's why I'm just getting out here now. And yeah, it explains why the field didn't get worked up as good as I would have liked to for a better seed bed, but I think it'll come along and do all right. Hopefully it looks as good as that alfalfa does over there. You'll see in a sec here. I get quite the clog going in the coil packer. I look at it as it's extra weight to help push down and break up the clumps, but no, I just had the coil packer on to help level out. I don't normally run it with the cultivator, but usually just run it behind the seed drill for after seeding. Use it that way, but I figured I'd try it here, see if it would help break up some of the clumps. But the reason I'm not waiting to go through the wet hole is because I want to open it up, get some air at it. It'll dry it out a little better. And maybe I can't remember if I worked it again after this or not. I had to have. There's no way I planted into this. Here's the mud ball forming that I had to chip out with a crowbar and a hammer. But I got it out. It's all good. I got it out just in time for planting. I like it behind the planter better than a smooth drum because it packs it down and it leaves a nice herringbone pattern. It's pretty wet going around this piece that's already planted out in the middle of the field here. Anyways, I'll quit my yapping and you guys can enjoy the sounds of the tractor and the hydraulic pump getting some air into it. I can hear. I had a bit of a air leakage going on, I think, in the hydraulics where it was sucking some air. Seems to have got a little better now that I switched to a lighter weight hydraulic oil. I would like to get a set of discs because I think it would probably help work up this weeds like those foxtail and just uproot them a little better. But I work with the tools I got, do the best we can. And I mean, last year's hay over there, alfalfa looks pretty darn good to me. It did pretty good. I think it was about 6 bales to the acre. I mean, that's just a 4x4 soft core, so about 4 regular bales to the acre. If you're going by 4x5, it's what I call a regular bale. Anyways, this piece I'm stopping working it here. We actually did work it up. We're gonna put down some sorghum and try and undersow some hay to see how that'll work, as well as some oat pea in another field. I just wanted to throw in that, or add that these videos are not supposed to be commentary filled. They're mostly just to watch the farm work and listen to the machinery, and for people who want to enjoy it. That's why I try not to yap too much or force in some music. This next little clip here, it's a little shaky riding on the back of the coil packer, but hopefully it's not too hard on your eyes to watch. I thought it was an interesting view, so